fellow ninjas, it's me, Orange here, and welcome to the official Infinite Heroes short supercut. And it is exactly what it says it is. It's a supercut of all the shorts I've posted about Infinite Heroes, with a little surprise at the end. But you have to stick around, you can't run away. So, with all that being said, here they are, and I hope you enjoy.
Why, hello there. Today I'm going to talk more about Infinite Heroes, considering I'm bored and have nothing else to do. I wanted to talk about the pilot specifically. So, you would think that this is the first ever existence of the Infinite Heroes pilot, or like the first iteration of them. But you would be actually wrong. When as a matter of fact, this on Scratch, called Untitled 11, and good lord, do they look bad. Just to give you a little bit of a reference, this is what Game Jester looks like now, and this is what Orange Bear looks like now. As for the pilot, Game Jester looks like this, and Orange Bear looks like this. Good lord, am I glad that I did not release this. Because I can tell you right now, the newer models look so much better. Oh, thank goodness for patience. I decided to do something to see what it would look like, and I don't know how I feel about it. So if you remember the patience is a virtue, and I'm glad it is video, I showed a lot of the redesigns, or I showed Orange Bear and Game Jester's redesigns. But, technically, those weren't the first ever times they were drawn. This holds the first time they were ever drawn. Legitimately. Along with all the others as well. So let's go ahead and take a look! So here's normal Game Jester, and then here was his beta design where he had like the striped jacket and everything. Here's Midnighto. Here was Neo, Edgelord, and this was Hero. Orange Bear didn't go through any redesigns, but that's also not the end of the video. I actually colored them and made them all, and this is what they were originally going to look like. Said it once, say it again. Patience is a virtue, and I'm glad it is! So y'all for some reason loved the old designs, because the video got 1,330 views for these little dudes. So I had an idea. I have the original script, I have their designs, and the original idea for their voices was I was going to do them all. So, I'm making the pilot, I'm making it fully happen. I don't know when it's going to come out, but hopefully it will soon, and I hope you're all excited for it, because I know I am. I'm excited to voice the beta versions of these characters, because you're going to make new voices for them, and that's fun! Regardless of all that though, thank you for all the love in the videos, it means a lot. Well, hi there! So I was reading back through the script while working on the pilot, and I found out something. Apparently, Game Jester wasn't always Game Jester, he was Gunk Jester. And so his beta design had a little bit of a redesign to it. Yeah, sorry in advance. Nah, I'm joking, it's only a minor change. That's what he looks like now. Sorry, hold on, here, let me zoom out. Bop, 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 bop. That's what he looks like now. And Orange Bear apparently had a purple bow tie. I had that wrong before. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to make something very, very, very extremely transparent, crystal clear. These guys are the pilot version of the Infinite Heroes. Meaning, 9 times out of 10, most likely, they're not going to be seen after the pilot. Instead, these guys will be the ones appearing after the pilot. I want to make that clear so that way people aren't extremely confused of why this character looks like this. Why is this character different from that one? What's all this stuff? So, yeah, just know that. But anyway, thank you guys for the love on the videos that have come out so far. You guys are awesome! I hope you have a wonderful day! So I got nothing else to do, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about the pilot. So, the pilot was a lot more adult than the actual show that will be coming out. I mean, the pilot will be coming out too, but, you know. There was swearing, there was references to drugs, I'm pretty sure there might have been gore somewhere in there. But yeah, it had a whole hell of a boss feel, except with the Infinite Hero characters. Granted, I think I made it whenever Hell of a Boss recently came out. Now, as for gore and stuff like that, I don't know if it'll keep it in, considering, you know, YouTube is pretty hefty on gore and everything. But nonetheless, I'm making sure to have the villains and everyone look super interesting. I'm making sure the story keeps going. I'm making sure there are parts where things can die down and everything. I'm making sure the pilot is the best that it can be. I'm ending the video with this just because I thought it was cute. Look at him, he's chilling. Look at the boy. Anyway, that's it. Goodbye. So hey, I have nothing else to do, so I'm gonna talk about more of the redesigns. Or, the pilot designs, sorry. So instead of yellow like Hero is now, he was originally meant to be blue! Look at that blue boy with those eyes, those angry eyes. I think we've all seen Midnighto. You know, he's a gremlin. That's the best way to describe him. Neo is Sir Edgelord over here. And originally his name was actually meant to be Beta, weirdly enough. So yeah, that's what he looks like. You already know about him. And of course the only thing changed about Orange Bear was his purple little bow tie. This was actually one of the villains, originally. I will not say which one, but yeah. And then this was Corruption in the pilot before. Yeah, really weird. A lot of red. But yeah, that's pretty much it for everything. The voices didn't really change that much. Game gestures changed more than I thought it would. But other than that, everything is pretty much the same. So yeah. Animator tips, baby, let's go! Let's go. So I'm going to start doing these now, considering I really have nothing else to talk about for the Infinite Heroes pilot. So, I know my hair is super long and weird, but don't worry about it. So, animator tip number 1. Illusion mechanics. Or is it tricks, I guess. So right here, you got Orange Bear walking along, turning to the camera, being all cute and stuff. But did you actually know, the entire time he's moving, his legs are not moving at all. His arms sway back and forth, but his legs don't move at all. Whatever people don't see, you don't have to animate. That means if a character's arm is off screen, I just ripped my green screen even more. If a character's arm is off screen, you don't have to animate them doing anything with it, considering no one's going to wonder, what are they doing with that arm? Where is that arm? What is all this stuff? They're not gonna worry about it. So yeah. Animation tips number 2. Perspective. And how things can seem really small. Or really big. So let's take this shot of Orange Bear for example. So Orange Bear is sitting in front of these cliffs, you know, everything, the grass is there, everything is all but then let's say we have a shot like this. Uh-oh, the background's the same. Orange Bear looks like he just grew. Not for long though. By simply taking this and turning it into this, zooming in a little closer, suddenly Orange Bear looks the exact same size as it was before, with a little bit of zoom in on the cliffs behind it. And that is a good tip. Always make sure that everything looks the same. If you have to zoom in on some stuff, or if you have to zoom out on some stuff, make sure it all works. Wasn't really much of a tip, more just telling you something I knew. But yeah, hopefully that did you some good. Animation tips number 3. This episode's all about speed of things. Yeah. So the first thing you probably think of is, oh, just use less frames for something. But you would be wrong, actually. While using less frames does make something seem to go faster or even have multiple of them, it's kind of the basic way to do it. Not to say it's a bad way to do it. It's just, you know, really basic. Instead, try this. So originally, Orange Bear would just go here, to here, to here. You know, the end frame is right here. But now, there's a stretched frame in the middle, sort of representing more of like a pullback or force. And now the full animation looks like this. He looks like he's going so much faster than he was before. Now, while stretching something, you can get rid of more frames if needed to make it look like it's going faster, but I would just recommend having all the frames and stretching just some of them to make it look better. Speed! Animator tips number 4. Less is more. So it's no secret that there are animations out there that use less frames for stuff like running, walking, or fighting. Take Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, for example. The fight scenes had less frame rate in order to make everything seem like it was going faster. But we're not talking about fight scenes, we're talking about run cycles today. So these two run cycles may seem like one has more frames than the other, but in fact, both of them only have 10 frames. Same thing with this one, only 10 frames. Now, only 10 frames can make it look like this and this. It's just how you really, you know, put it to use. You don't want to have a ton of frames because the animation will look too smooth, and also it takes a huge amount of time. You're going to be sitting there forever animating a run cycle. Now, however, you don't want too little frame. Too little frames can make the animation look janky or even broken. And that's not what we want. We want the characters to look like they're moving forward, they're running, they're getting ready to go. Always gotta be running, baby. Animation tips number 5. This one's all about shading. And we're gonna do it with this little frame right here. So most people would usually just draw something for shading. Say Orange Bear needed to look like he was in a spotlight. Most people would do this to where they have the shading around it and, you know, the little light in the middle. Now this is the correct way to do it, but there's always one mistake people make sometimes. They'll do it for every single frame. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, don't I want it for every single frame? Yes, but you don't want to do it like this. Instead, take that out and have it become a second layer onto things. So now your animation will look more like this, and you don't have to have it on all of the frames of it. A lot of people want to do it the other way, where it's on all the frames, and that takes so much more effort, in which you have to take it out, move the character a little bit, put it back in. It's annoying as heck. This is way easier. Animation tips number 6. Technically, this one is more voice acting, but So one common mistake that is made whenever animating something is that you animate the mouth and then add the audio in later. That's technically wrong. Some animations do actually do that, and they come out, well, great. But it's not the proper way to do it. The proper way to do it is to record the audio first and then make the mouth move after, if that makes sense. So like right here, where Orange says on it, you can see his mouth moves pretty well. Now this especially goes for any animators that might use Scratch or something like that. Don't put the audio with the project. That is the worst mistake you could possibly make. Trust me, I know. Putting the voice with the animation could cause the animation to lag behind, and then the voice would lag behind as well, so you never want to do that. Never, ever. Infinite Heroes, fun facts.
Done by Orange Bear
And Game Jester.
So, did you actually know that the show was meant to only feature us? Me and Game Jester.
That's right, we were meant to be the only two that were actually on the show. But eventually, O&B fell in love with the other 3 heroes, and that's how they came to be.
I think it's missing some key moments, but it works.
Probably. Wasn't Midnighto the villain as well?
Oh yeah, he was. Until, O&B fell in love with him a little too much, and now he's a hero like us.
I guess that's fair. So me and my brother got tickets to this Beetlejuice show that we were going to go see today, and that reminded me of something. It's time for another Infinite Heroes fun fact! So if you heard the voice yesterday in my last short and you thought, hey, that sounds a little familiar, that's because it was inspired by something. And that thing was none other than good old Alex Brightman's Beetlejuice. I kept trying to do an impression over and over and over, and eventually devolved into Game Jester himself. Do you like this? I made a little thing that has Fizzarelli as well. Look at him. Look at all of them. They're super cool. And it's amazing. I'm actually really proud of it. But yeah, that's just another little super fun fact for you. Game Juice's voice was inspired by Beetlejuice and Fizzarelli. Yeah. Oh boy, do I got something cool to show you. Let's go. What the heck?
Why does he look like that?
Is that a redesign? Ah! Alright, so things have been the slightest bit crazy. Well, not really, but still. Things have been going fast. I'm trying to make sure this pilot gets out as soon as possible. But in the meantime, here's something I made. It's Gunk Jester meeting Game Jester. So yeah, go ahead and take a look at that for all it's worth. Quite literally, because that was the only thing I have made in the meanwhile of all of this happening. So you apparently loved the picture between Game Jester and Gunk Jester, so I decided I was going to make another one, and sorry my voice sounds a little weird, it's dying right now. So anyway, whoa, look at the boys! Look at them! The only difference really is just, the purple bow tie and the blue bow tie, and Pilot Orange Bear knows how to fight, unlike, official Orange Bear. And look at it, look at the beautiful sunshine and everything. Wow. But anyway, that's it. I hope you have an amazing day. Alright, so I'm going to have to try and trick the YouTube algorithm a tiny bit. So, this video right here, Pilot Meets Official Orange Bear Edition, which had this thumbnail on it, YouTube didn't like it whatsoever. It pretty much made sure it was in the dirt. So, what I'm going to do is show off all of these photos with all the pilots meeting their officials. I only have 3 for now. Oh, and the newest one, Midnighto meeting his pilot version. As you can see, he's not very happy about it. He ain't too happy about it. There will be more on the way, but for now, that's it. So, yeah! So, holy you guys actually love the pilots meet official pictures, so I made more! So as you all know, in the last video, we had Orange Bear meets his pilot version, Game Jester meets Gunk Jester, and Midnighto meeting his pilot version. But now, we have Pilot Neo meeting normal Neo. We have Pilot Hero being comforted by normal Hero. You'll know why that is soon enough. And finally, we have Pilot Corruption meeting normal Corruption. It's a little weird considering, the colors don't really mix, but hey, you know why it works. And if you're wanting to see all of these info later, I will be posting them to my Instagram sometime today, hopefully. But anyway, that's it. Have a good day. Woo! So I was sitting here wondering, what can I do? What can I do? You guys really like the pilot stuff, but what more can I do? I don't know what to do. Then, I got it. What if the official characters and the pilot characters met the others and not their pilot and official selves? That's where I got the idea. So first up we have Game Jester meeting Pilot Midnighto, and I feel like they both would just be very happy around each other considering they're both allowed to be extremely dumb or just extremely violent for no reason whatsoever. Then next up we have Pilot Neo meeting Midnighto, and both of them kind of want to be the leader of the team and want to make sure that nothing can go wrong, and they both have anger issues, so yeah, that's a match made in heaven. Next up we have Gunk Jester and Hero, both just wanting to be lazy and sit around and do pretty much nothing, so yeah. After that we have Neo comforting Pilot Hero. You'll learn about why that's happening. Oh yeah, and Corruption's over here on the side. And last but not least, I could not think of anyone else Orange Bear could be with, so it's Orange Bear again. With Nicholas as well. Woo!
Anyway, that's it. Have an amazing day. Woo!
Well, a lot of time has passed between then and now, but you're probably wondering what the surprise is considering it's near the end of the video. Well, I'm happy to share with you a brand new intro for Infinite Heroes. Yep, the old one that was on TikTok is now officially scrapped. It no longer will be used. I mean, it'll still be used, but you know what I mean. But, with all that out of the way, and enough of me, talking, here is the brand new Infinite Heroes intro. Enjoy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed making it. I cannot wait to see what I do. I can't wait to I can't wait to see what I do with these characters in the future. So much stuff is planned. Like y'all don't understand. There's so much stuff planned. But regardless, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button with some shrieks, and make sure you get a good as well as going on in the description below to join the Reddit and the Discord because my headphones fell off. And with all that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.